새 알림. 지금은 PS 새 알림. 새 알림. 마이크 음속 거듬. MLB-25. 새 알림. 부재 중에 받은 알림입니다. 새 다운로드 업데이트. 자세한 정보는 PS 버튼을 누르세요. MLB-25. 전화. MLB-25. MLB-25.
Hi everybody, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show. We're here in Seattle. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here, and on the mound in this one, Logan Gilbert.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And now Taylor Ward. That one finds the zone, and away we go this afternoon.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Let's go, Logan.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That's a little bit low.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Here's Trout. Gilbert, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. 1 out, bases empty.
Let's go, Logan.
And here it comes. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Let's go. Come on.
All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Jorge Soler in now, takes ball one off the plate. On its way to the corner. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that is downstairs. 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Angels are gone in order. So now the Mariners offense gets to go to work for the first time. We've got no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back in Seattle. So here's the lefty, Yusei Kikuchi. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Victor Robles, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Adele makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
Batting third, the catcher, Cal.
And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And now for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Pitch misses, ball one.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up.
Robles runs. In there for strike three. Safe at second, and that was not close. Now it's Randy Arozarena.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out, pepper in the zone, arm is loose, and firing him in there.
So now 1-2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Nolan Shanuel. Gilbert back to work. Fought off foul. And a foul ball. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Come on, Logan.
Ground ball right side. Makes the sliding stop. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Digging in, Zach Neto. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. Two down, base is empty. Logan O'Hoppe now at the plate.
Come on, Mariners.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Two outs, base is empty. In the dirt, ball two.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Hey!
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Angels go quietly there. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second, and here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A gigantic blast. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. That one misses, and that's ball one.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
The 1-0. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Shanuel makes the grab, one down.
Batting seventh, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And up next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. And that misses. Ball one. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Ball, slow.
Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. Right through there for a strike.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
Swung on, belted. And that is a foul ball. And that skips in the dirt. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Let's keep it going.
Jorge Polanco, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Go, Seattle.
Ball. 1-1.
Next offering is down low. There's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
Batting ninth.
Here's Dylan
Second
Moore.
baseman, Dylan Moore.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. That one pushed foul. Crawford, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering upstairs.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
2 outs. That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, here is Yoan Moncada.
Number 5, Yoan.
Moncada getting to start at the hot corner, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was born in Cuba, and that's their first base runner of the game. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Rengifo.
Get him doubled up.
Now one missed. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next offering is in for a strike. Moncada runs. Hard hit, base hit. And 2 on now as they try to rally here.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Adele.
First and second, no outs. Here's Joe Adell.
Turn the double. Swing.
First
That's the
pitch
ball.
misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Just missed. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Heading for the plate. Here's the throw. He's safe as he gets his hand in. We're tied at 1.
Big RBI for him right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Back to the top of the order now. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. He's 0 for 1. And fouled off. Tied up here in the early going.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Back up the, oh, that got him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Mike Trout. Golden opportunity right here.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Late with the swing there.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a foul out of play. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
That one is absolutely belted back there. And it bangs off the foul pole. That's a grand slam. He made him pay for that one, and they take the lead. It's 5-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Shotwell, batting with one down, takes a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Pitch
One ball,
misses,
2 strikes.
and that's ball one. One down, base is empty.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That misses, and it's 3-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one drilled left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop. Zach
2 outs, base is
Neto.
empty. So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. He popped out his first time. Outside low, and that is ball one. That's in there.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 1-2 now.
Oh,
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. It's now 5-1. You're dialed into the show. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Mariners, Victor Robles.
Robles.
come on, Seattle.
Liner, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
There we go.
So digging in, Julio Rodriguez. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there. It's 0-1. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic.
We need a
The
base hit
0-1.
here.
On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Now batting, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's
Hey,
right.
Let's go.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1. Fast forward to 2022 for Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year. To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out. Swings through that one out in front that time. That misses the zone. Now 2-2.
2
And downstairs.
2 strikes. Do this. All right, Mariners.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So a man aboard, and now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners. Randy Arozarena. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
This one popped up. Trout sizing it up. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Seattle. They're down here 5-1. Back in Seattle as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Swings and chases a low one there.
2 strikes.
Stays alive. Next offering is downstairs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. Caught him looking for the K.
The third baseman.
And now Yohan Moncada.
Moncada.
Let's go, Seattle.
Hit in the air left field. Arozarena after it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Rengifo now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Angels held in check. They're up 5-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Luke Raley.
Come on, Seattle.
And that one misses up and in. Ball 1.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Line drive base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now here is Mitch
One
Haniger.
ball, no strike.
Raley gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 and 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
The batter, number 3.
J.P. Crawford, the next to hit, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
Come now, here we go.
Step off, throw to first. Raley back on a dive. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground to second, might be 2. Spin throw, that's 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the 5th we go. Angels 5 and the Mariners 1.
Now pitching for the
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Edward Bizardo.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Leading off
Here's
for
the center fielder,
the center
Joe
fielder,
Adele.
number 7,
Singled and
Joe
drove in a run his first time
Adele.
through. Check swing, called strike.
You know, these Angels really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Ground ball right side. The throw to first, and a quick out number 1.
The left fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
So up next, Taylor Ward, 1 for 2. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that one handled. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Mike Trout.
And now batting, Mike Trout, 0 for 2 in this one. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 and 0.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 and 1.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that's a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
That's away.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Soler.
So runner at second, 2 down. Soler getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game. Pitch is in there. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Two outs and one in scoring position.
Come on, Mariners!
On the ground, but that rolls foul. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's the third out. Angels strand one. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the inning. And now for Seattle, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
Kikuchi back to work. That one lifted to left. Ward moving under it. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Stepping in, Dylan Moore. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-1.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Moncada tossed to first. 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder, Victor Robles.
Here's Victor Robles. He's 2 for 2. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Next pitch misses way outside. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Missed with a changeup and a count 2-1. Outside with a breaking ball. Julio Rodriguez to bat next. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there. They're down 5-1. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel. Bizardo, a righty that throws with power. 29 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. That one almost got him. And a ball evens the count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that one hit to first. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Zach Neto.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond. and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Go, Ems.
Left field, Arozarena gets under it, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. Angels 5 and the Mariners 1. Back in Seattle, bottom of the 6th inning. And here is Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Well, these Mariners just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
There's a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Cal Raleigh digs in now. He is struck out, and he is walked. And that drops in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Outside low, and a count 1-2.
1 and 2.
To the right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners.
Come on, Seattle.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That is the inning.
Now pitching for the
New
Mariners,
pitcher for the Mariners, Trent Thornton.
number 46, Trent Thornton.
Here is
Leading off the
Moncada.
Angels, the third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
Come on, Mariners.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Let's go, Mariners.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And he chases that one. 1 away. So digging in, Luis Rengifo.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Let's go, Seattle.
And that's down and away. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Gabe Spire up and throwing. Taylor getting cranked up as well. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2.
Go Seattle!
And that's in the dirt.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
You got this.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over, and the throw is late. Missed opportunity there thanks to the misplay.
Well, looked like a pretty routine play. Just couldn't get it to stick in the glove as he gets tagged with the error. Should have been 2 outs in the inning, but now they have to work around it and get 2 more.
So up next, Joe Adele.
Get 2!
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Let's go Seattle!
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Man at first, one away.
Let's do it, Mariners!
Just missed.
Let's go Seattle!
That one inside, and the count is 3-1. The sweeper catches the inside part of the plate for a strike.
Let's go.
Strike 3 went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward, 1 for 3.
Ward.
Let's go Seattle!
Let's go, Seattle.
That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0.
Come on Seattle!
And that clips the inside corner. Rengifo off of first with 2 away.
Hey, you got this. Swing.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Angels 5, and the Mariners 1. Misses off the plate. Ball 1. Action in the Angels bullpen. Hans Kraus preparing to come on if needed. Quijada also getting ready. And a foul ball. That one the other way. Makes the catch for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Henniger.
Now it's the DH, Mitch Haniger. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, the shortstop, J.P.
And now the shortstop,
Crawford.
J.P. Crawford. There's a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And the 0-1. In the dirt. And a big swing and a miss.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Let's go, Mariners!
Breaking ball misses down and away. The Angels leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Gets a piece and stays alive. That misses. Full count, 3-2. Got him swinging. The batter now, Jorge
Now batting,
Polanco.
The third baseman, Jorge Polanco.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one ripped. And that gets down in the corner. Here's Haniger on his way to the plate. Relay throw home. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mariners,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th.
59.
Troy Taylor.
Troy Taylor.
And here is Mike Trout. That just misses. 1-0. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Struck him out swinging. On to first, in time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Next to hit, Jorge Soler. And we can't forget his big grand slam back in the 3rd.
Yeah, that's arguably the most impactful swing of this ball game. He's one of the guys the media is definitely going to want to quote from after this one is over, especially if they hold on for the win.
And first offering is fouled off.
Get out of here, Angel!
Late that time, and it's strike 2. And the next pitch is way outside. And there's a ball.
2 strike.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Shanuel stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 1-1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Just missed.
Let's go, Seattle!
Next offering is fouled back.
Come on, Seattle!
The 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. Angels 5 and the Mariners 1.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Angels,
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Hans Kraus.
Hans.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Dylan Moore.
The second baseman,
The M's in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Right through there for a strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Come on, Ibs!
And a breaking ball misses outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he lays down a bunt.
No,
And a foul
foul.
ball.
Come on, Seattle! Let's go, Mariners!
And that just misses.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Let's go!
There's a high chopper.
Hustle!
Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
now batting, right fielder, Victor Robles.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit.
Come on now!
And there's a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Jose Suarez getting loose out there. The Mariners down by 4 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Let's go, Mariners!
Fouled off left side. And that's downstairs and outside.
Let's go, Mariners!
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Now batting,
2 down,
the
base is
center
empty.
fielder,
Now the number 2 hitter, Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's a strike.
0-1. Here we go, Mariners!
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strike.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him.
Late in the game with the offense trying to play catch up, they're looking for any momentum they can get, any kind of opportunity to get back in this game, and an error can certainly do that. Let's see if that turns into something right here.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Raleigh checks his swing, appeal to third, and yes, he offered at it. Gonna count 1 and 2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gabe Spire.
Now pitching for the Mariners.
Here's the shortstop
Number
at the
55.
plate, Zach Neto. 0 for 3 in this one.
Fire.
And first offering is fouled off. Spire, in his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Hard hit left side. Sends it across to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And next for L.A., Logan O'Hoppe. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Carlos Vargas getting ready to go.
Let's go Mariners!
Base is empty, 1 away. You're in the top of the 9th. What a stop. Jump throw on the money. Nice play.
The third baseman, number 5, Yohan Moncada.
Two outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Yohan Moncada. A little bit high. Ball 1.
Let's go, Em.
Slider right there.
1-1.
And that one fouled off.
Come on, Mariners.
Fastball is outside. That one out to right. Robles sizes this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Angels 5 and the Mariners 1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Jose Quijada.
Now pitching for the Angels, number 65, Jose Quijada.
Leading off, Randy Arozarena.
Leading up for the Mariners, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0. One ball, no strike.
And another ball.
Nope, that's inside.
On the ground at first. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. He's already homered here in this one.
One more time.
Pitch misses outside. And that is ball one.
Ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Next offering is down low.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's go, Em.
It's in and out of his glove. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mitch Henniger.
Now it's the Mariners DH, Mitch Haniger.
Let's go, base hit here.
Let's go, Seattle. Let's go, Seattle.
And that misses. And it's 1-0.
One ball.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Foul ball. Runners on the corners, no outs. That's in there. That is strike two.
One ball, two strike.
Outside with a breaking ball. Hit in the air, center field. Adele going after it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 5-2.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Jose Quijada is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Kenley Jansen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The batter, number
He's
3.
2 outs away.
Shortstop,
J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners.
Let's go now, base hit here.
Fouled off to the right.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Let's go, Seattle.
Jansen fires. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 5-4. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance, and they found a way to fight back big time. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And he pumps it a strike.
No ball. One strike.
A one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. And that's outside.
Strike.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So it's their last chance in this one. And up next for Seattle, Dylan Moore. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Started to swing, held up.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
Ripped to short. Throw to first in time, and this one is over. And the Angels hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Seattle Mariners.
Just about to get underway. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Logan Gilbert. How about a scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. It's 1-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Here's Mike Trout. And a curve misses outside, ball 1. Gilbert, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. The 1-0. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
Who doesn't love watching Mike Trout smash home runs? His swing just sounds different. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
On the outside corner for a strike. And a count 1-1. Foul ball there.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Zach Neto at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. And it's fouled away. That misses the zone, and a count 1-2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And the count is even, 2-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but He looked a little shocked for a second there.
The wide to kick the pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And they'll do it again. 2 out, space is empty. Got him. That ends the frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Yusei Kikuchi.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now for Seattle, Victor Robles. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Let's go, Vic.
Swing and a ground ball. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Julio Rodriguez stands in now, looks at that one inside. Fought off foul.
Whoa.
And that's a little bit high. 3-1.
Go, Rodriguez. You got it.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Cal Raleigh at the plate and takes high there. Man at first, 1 away.
Let's go, Cal. Ball 2.
Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable runner on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second with a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
2 on, 1 out. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. That clips the corner.
Need a base hit here.
Here's your 1. And that one fouled off.
Come on in.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. 2 out.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. Just off the inside edge. And the 1-0.
No, that's a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's in there, and it's 2-1. That one missing inside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Mitch Haniger in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
And that'll load the bases.
Got a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Mitch Haniger at the plate now, and that's inside. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Just missed.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. He jacks that one out to left. It's 4-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout.
Boots it. Still fires to first. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Hard to tell exactly what went wrong right there. That was a fairly routine ground ball, but he just couldn't get it to stick in the glove. Might have taken his eye off it a little early, but regardless, you're going to have to work around that error.
So a man at first, and now the veteran third baseman, Jorge Polanco. Splits the plate, and that's strike one.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros. And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So it's a grand slam for Seattle. It's now 4-2. Back after this on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park, second inning set to go. So in now for the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe. Gilbert back to work. That's outside. 1-0.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it. Boog, Rusty Valentine umpiring behind the plate in this one. He has what you might call a tall strike zone, both at the letters and down below the knees.
Yeah, and I'm sure that helps a lot of pitchers we see today who like to work up, down, trying to change eye levels and swing paths.
Yep, exactly.
That's too low. And that's ball 2.
Two balls, two strike.
And that skips in the dirt.
Strike.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Punch him out.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. He goes down looking.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Here comes Yohan Moncada. That clips the corner. Gilbert, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. One down, base is empty. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Luis Rengifo stands in now and watches strike 1.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out.
Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side here in the second.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's going to be Dylan Moore. Just missed. The lefty, the 1-0. Base knock center field. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Victor Robles. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. Man at second.
No ball, 2 strike.
Struck him out looking.
The center fielder, number 44.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. A walk and a run scored his first time. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
1-1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Now batting, catcher Cal Raleigh.
Here's a big power threat. Cal Raleigh. He reached on a walk his first time.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Just missed. Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. And another ball.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
There's a strike. Now 2-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
In there at the knees for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next pitch is outside. Randy Arozarena on deck for the M's.
Come on, Seattle!
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Mariners leave 1 as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Joe Adell.
Number 7, Joe
Adell in his 4th year, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Just missed. And he takes a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
1-2.
Pitch misses there. 2-2. And that's down and away.
3-2.
Strike him out!
Strike.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Taylor Ward. In there at the knees. 0-1. Slice down the right side. That misses. Now 1-2. 1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Mike Trout comes to the plate once again. He's already homered.
And now a chance to go yard again here in Seattle. In fact, this is the same stadium Trout recorded his first career multi-home run game back in 2011. He loves hitting in this ballpark.
Outside low, ball one.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Got him swinging. 7 in a row by way of the K. And the Angels are gone in order. Still down by a count of 4-2. As we go to the last of the third, here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Arozarena.
In the air, right field, Trout. Hauls it in for the out. One up, one down.
Now batting, first baseman, Luke.
Now here is Luke Raley. He walked and came around to score his first time up.
Come on, Mariners.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Oh, one down. That's down and in.
1-1.
And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Henniger.
2 down, bases empty. Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners. He hit a grand slam his first time up. Ball one there.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Just missed. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
So digging in, J.P. Crawford.
Let's go, Seattle.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. That one fouled off. To the right side. And that one handled in plenty of time. The first inning over. One left for Seattle, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back in Seattle, on to the fourth, and now Jorge Soler.
Soler.
And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Angels showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. Raleigh down to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball.
Come on, Mariners.
Good eye in that spot.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Oh, great grab on the dive to first. Nicely done for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming in his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
And the batter now, Zach Neto. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Angels go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 4-2. Back at T-Mobile Park, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the third baseman, Jorge Polanco. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
The next offering misses. Now 1-2.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Dylan Moore. Doubled his first time.
Let's go, Seattle.
That's a little bit low. Right side, hard hit. Takes it himself. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Victor Robles.
So the batting order turns over. Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. 0 for 2 in this one.
Go, Seattle.
That one misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Let's do it, Mariners.
Sliced hard but foul. On the ground to third. Moncada tossed to first. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. We played 4. It's the Mariners 4 and the Angels 2. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And that misses. And that's ball one.
You know, these Angels, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Up next for the Angels.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here is Yohan Moncada. His first at bat was a strikeout.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
Come on, Seattle.
Next offering is fouled back.
Let's go, Seattle.
And it's strike two.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Good job to fight that one off.
Finish him.
Slow roller to first, but it kicks foul.
Punch him out.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Ball. 2 strike.
Ohapi aboard here at first with nobody out.
Strike.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he keeps putting up the K's. That's number 11.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Luis Rengifo, the next to hit for the Angels.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And ball one.
1 ball. No strike.
The M's leading by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one almost got him.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Get out of here, Angels.
Down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Let's go, Ed.
That one down the line. Fair ball. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
First and second, 1 out. At the plate, Joe Adele. And that misses off the outside edge. One out. Runners at first and second. That misses the zone. And now 2-0. Two on, 1 out.
Strike. Woo. 2-1.
That one finds the zone. 2-2. Got him! And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. He's already homered in this game. That one drifts inside.
Come on, Seattle.
And another ball. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And that's way high. And now 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
You can do it. Let's go.
And there's the automatic.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And they're all loaded up.
Take a base.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Mike Trout.
2 outs, bases full. And next for the Angels, Mike Trout. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
Let's go, Mariners.
There's the strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
This is our house. Let's go.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swings through that.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
And that one upstairs.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Kikuchi back to work. Towards first. Shanuel steps on the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Cal Raleigh. A strikeout and a walk. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Radar.
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
1 strike.
Two outs. There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. And out of here. He'll touch them all. And they tack one on the board. It's 5-2.
Randy Arozarena could probably run the bases blindfolded with the amount of home runs he hits. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Yeah, baby. All right, nice. Atta way.
2 outs, nobody on. And up next for Seattle, Luke Raley. Inside, and that is ball 1. There's a strike. Late with the swing there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That one not close, and it's 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 5-2. And we're back, all set for the top of the 6th. And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler. That's through there for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Gregory Santos, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Snyder getting loose as well. Swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Swing better.
On the outside corner, got him looking. A big performance on the mound, lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Nolan Shanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. This one in the air center field. Rodriguez settles under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Angels, the shortstop.
2 outs,
Zach
base is empty.
Neto.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Go Seattle.
And that's in the dirt. The shortstop takes the ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one finds the corner, and it's 2-1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's K number 15 in the ball game. He's really dealing. Angels go quietly there, and the deficit remains 5-2. New pitcher in the game for the Angels, Hans Kraus.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the DH, Mitch Haniger. He's already homered here in this one. Krause, in his second season, 26 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. First pitch misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jose Quijada, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready.
Come on, Seattle!
There's a swing and a miss.
1-1. All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Hey, stay hot.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford.
Let's go Mariners!
There's a strike.
0-1. Come on, Mariners.
That one off the mark, and the count is 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Polanco in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Let's go, Ems.
2 balls, no strikes to count. There's a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Makes the catch, inning over. Offense held in check there. We're through 6 full. It's the M's 5 and the Angels 2.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Santos.
Gregory Santos.
Logan
Leading off
O'Hoppe
for the
now at the
Angels,
plate.
The catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Let's go Seattle!
Pitch
No,
misses,
that's a
and
ball.
that's ball 1.
Swing.
You see the velocity 97 with that fastball.
Let's go, Seattle. Swing.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
So up next, Yoan Moncada. Right through there for a strike. The Mariners leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike.
One ball, 2 strike.
Stays alive. Right back to him on the mound. To first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Luis Rengifo.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Luis Rengifo. 1 for 2. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So 2 down, and next for LA, Joe Adell. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. That holds the runner at second base.
The left fielder, number 3.
So in now for the
Taylor
Angels, Taylor Ward. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
The tying run at the plate. And that one fouled off. The 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. One runs in. A second scores as well, and they trail by 1.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Really important at bat coming up now.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Gregory Santos gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Colin
Mariners,
Snyder into the game.
number
Pretty big
52.
spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the right fielder, Mike Trout.
Come on, Seattle.
Just missed. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. So the tying run at second, and that one is downstairs, and the count now 2-0. Fouled off. He was late. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. It's now a 5-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Set for the last half of the seventh. Here's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. Just missed. In there at the knees.
All right, Mariners.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And that skips in the dirt. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Goes down looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
So digging in, Victor Robles. 0 for 3 in this one.
Come on, Mariners. Oh. Let's go, Seattle.
One down, base is empty. Inside, just missed.
One ball, one strike.
Now one missed.
Come on, Seattle.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Here's a 2-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. One out, runner at second. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Come on in.
Now this is in the air down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. The 1-1. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Cal Raleigh.
So 2 down now, and here is Cal Raleigh. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that's in for a strike.
Let's go, Mariners.
Grounder off the pitcher. Whips it to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Mariners leave one. They lead at 5-4. Back in Seattle, we go to the 8th. Now here is Jorge Soler. First pitch, and he just misses. Fought off foul.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Out towards right center field. Robles on his way over. Makes the grab, one away.
The batter, the first baseman.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Shanuel. And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. Way inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Sit him down.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
Strike him out.
One down, base is empty. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. He muscles that one out of here. It's 5-5. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next for the Angels, Zach Neto. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch just misses.
Let's go, Mariners.
And there's a ball. Snyder. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Logan O'Hoppe in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Come on, Seattle.
Fouled off down the right side. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now Logan O'Hoppe, 1 for 3.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back.
Punch him out.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Oh, sit him down.
That one 95 to finish him off. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at 5 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Angels,
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ben Joyce.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
That one at triple digits.
Get another one.
And fouled off.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come
And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Oh, I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners.
Haniger.
Let's go, Mariners.
Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. Movement in the bullpen. Jose Quijada, the left-hander, up and throwing. Burke also throwing. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nobody left for Seattle. This ball game still tied 5-all.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back,
Mariners,
and here comes the closer,
Number
Andres
75.
Munoz.
Andres Munoz.
So digging in, Yoan Moncada, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Moncada.
Go, Seattle.
Outside low, and it's 1-0. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Luis.
And next for LA, Luis Rengifo.
Let's go, Ems.
That's in for a strike. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Gabe Spire up and loosening in the pen.
Go, Seattle.
Inside, just missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And that's way high. And a count 2-1.
Come on.
And that one fouled off.
Sit him down.
And that one just missed off the outside edge.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
All tied up here at the top of the 9th. He fouls it off. We'll do it again.
Sit him down.
Payoff pitch. Liner snagged at first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Angels making a move for a pinch hitter, Kevin Newman.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
And that drops in for a strike. And a slider misses down and away.
1-1.
On the corner for a strike. And the count 1-2. That one just misses.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
A little bit low. Taylor Ward would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
On the ground, right side. Moore. Over to first, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9, 2 up in inning number 9. We're all tied up, 5-5. So coming into the game now on defense, Mickey Moniak. He'll be patrolling center field. So digging in, J.P. Crawford.
The shortstop,
Joyce,
JP.
the tall righty, 225 pounds, and he was a third-round pick in 2022. Joyce back to work. In there at the knees. That's strike one. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Kenley Jansen, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. There's a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Next offering upstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That one just missing inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's in the dirt. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Three, 2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
So now a pinch hitter, Donovan Solano. And this is a big at-bat in this ball game. That is upstairs for ball 1. There's a strike. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. And a strike on the outside edge. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the last half of inning number 9. One down, base is empty. On the ground to third, Moncada slings it across, And that quickly 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now it's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
0-1.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Not close with that one, and it's 1-2. And that just misses.
Really nice 2-strike pitch right there. Very tempting, but couldn't get the chase.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And downstairs,
3-2.
Victor Robles in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Three and two. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. 2 outs, runner at first. Now at the plate, Victor Robles. 1 for 4 with a double. He was late there. Strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Pickoff move to first. Moore dives back in safely. 2 outs, but the winning run is at first. Next offering misses down and away.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. And the winning run is now in scoring position. Hit on the ground to short. Zips it to first. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. 1 left for Seattle, and this remains a 5-5 ball game. Back at T-Mobile Park, on to extra innings. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Taylor Ward. And that's ripped for a base hit. And they get it in quickly. 1st and 3rd now with nobody out. So they hold the runner at 3rd, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite them?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on 2nd to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
Go ahead run on base. Next to hit, Mike Trout. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. With the go-ahead run at 3rd, here in the top half of the 10th. To the right side. There's one, and he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Next is the designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Now they're playing with the lead, and they still have a chance to add on to it. You have to stay aggressive in these at-bats.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Gabe Spire appears to be getting loose. Thornton warming up as well. Trout stands at first with 1 out. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
And that one almost got him. Too low, and it's ball 3.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And now, Nolan Shanuel. Fouled off left side. One run across in the frame so far here in extra innings. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Throw to second. He's safe. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And makes the grab. And that is that. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Angels 6 and the Mariners 5. Back now and on the mound, the closer, Kenley Jansen.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Julio Rodriguez getting ready to hit. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Right through there for a strike.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
So the tying run at second. Up the middle. To first, safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
It's good hustle. And when you're talking about an emerging leader on a team, those are the things that are going to be necessary for him to do to set that example, you know, game in, game out.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Digging in, Cal Raleigh. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1.
Strike.
Nobody out. Both the tying and winning runs on base. That misses the zone. And 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
That's down and in.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Jansen fires. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. A big run scores on the sac fly.
And again, we are tied.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Randy Arozarena, the next to hit.
Let's go Mariners. Come on, Seattle.
And that's way high. Ball one. One down, winning run on first.
Let's go Seattle.
Jansen with a move to first. And he's back in on a dive. And another ball.
Big knockdown.
Next pitch is downstairs. Luke Raley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. One down, winning run on at first.
Make some contact.
That's in there. And now 3-1.
Get a hit.
And he grounds one to the right side.
Let's go. Let's
Neto
go.
for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So they get one run, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We push on to the 11th. And we're all even at 6 apiece.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mariners.
back, and on the mound to start the 11th inning,
Number
Gabe
55.
Spire.
Gabe Spire.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Come on, Mariners.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball one.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike.
Strike.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike. Let's go Seattle. Strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Finish him.
Solano throws across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down.
The catcher, number 14, Logan O'Hoppe.
And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And that's downstairs. And the count even 1-1. That's inside.
2-1. No.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Yoan Moncada in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Let's go.
Swings through that one.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Let's turn
2 on, 1 out. Yoan Moncada will hit next. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, and 2 groundouts. Yeah, that's fouled off. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Here we go, defense.
And that one is inside.
3-1.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. That one hammered way out of here. Moncada knows it. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 9-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
캔 전원. 전원이 PS5의 전원을 끌